Alright, so let's start with the basics. What is the product rule for exponents? The product rule states that when you're multiplying two powers with the same base, you simply add the exponents. Here's the formula. The first problems we will practice will be on basic applications of the product rule. Right, here's the first problem. We have the same base. We will add the exponents 2 plus 4. So let's rewrite the base, which is x. 2 plus 4 is 6. Our answer is x to the 6th power. Alright, here's another problem. We have the same base. We will add the exponents. So we have y. 5 plus 7 is 12. So our answer is y to the 12th power. Multiple terms with the same base. Alright, so here we have a problem with the same base. And we proceed to add the exponents. But you have to be careful because this one has an exponent of 1. So we add the exponents and that will add up to 8. Z to the 8th power. We keep the base and we will add the exponents. 2 plus 5 plus 1 is 8. Implicit exponents, exponent of 1. So as we know, there is an exponent of 1 and we keep the base and let's add 2 plus 1, 3. Here's another example. Don't forget the exponent of 1. We keep the base, it's the same. We add 6 plus 1, 7. Numeric bases. We have the same numeric base, which is 2. Now let's add the exponents. 3 plus 4, 7. But we need to simplify 2 to the 7th power and it will give us 128. Another example of numeric base. Let's keep the base, add 2 plus 3 and let's simplify 5 to the 5th power and this will give us 3125. Combination with coefficients. So let's combine the coefficients 3 and 4. Now let's add the exponents. We have the same base. 3 plus 2 is 5. And now we can proceed to multiply 3 times 4, 12. Final answer 12, x to the 5th power. Let's multiply the coefficients 2 and 5. 2 times 5, 10. Now let's add the exponents. 4 plus 2, 6. Variables and coefficients. Let's start by multiplying the coefficients 2 and 3. 2 times 3 is 6. Now let's add the exponents of a. 3 plus 4, 7. Now let's add the exponents for b. 2 plus 1, there is a exponent of 1, that would be 3. That's our final answer. Similar problem, let's multiply 4 times 5, 20. Let's add the exponents of x, x to the 5th power, and y to the 8th power. Final answer. Negative exponents. Let's keep the base m and let's add negative 2 plus 3. So negative 2 plus 3 will leave us with 1 and this is the same as m. Another example, and we can quickly find the answer, which will be x to the 3rd power. Fractional exponents. So since we're working with the exponents, so we will need to solve the fractions first. That will be 2. So our final answer will be c squared. Here's a similar example. We're working with exponents, so let's solve the fractions. That's 3. 3 over 3 will be 1. So our final answer is z. Mixed variables. So here we have mixed variables. Let's add the exponents of x. 4 plus 2, that's 6. Now let's add the exponents of y. 5 plus 3 is 8. Final answer. Here's another similar example. Let's add the exponents of a, that's 7. The exponents of b, that's 7. Simplifications involving constants. Now, let's multiply 4 times 3, 12. Let's add x, the exponents 5. Now, when we're dividing, we're doing subtraction. So let's subtract 4 minus 2. That is 2. And we will multiply. We are multiplying the same base, so keep the base and we add the exponents. Complex products distributive property. Okay, let's distribute x squared to x to the third power. Let's distribute x squared to negative 2. Now let's distribute positive 1. And let's distribute positive 1 to negative 2. That's our final answer. Let's distribute a to a. That's a to the third power. B to b. That's b to the third power. Now let's distribute b to the third power to a. We cannot, so let's rewrite a. So let's distribute b to the second power, b to the fifth power. Power rule combined with product rule. So the first thing we need to do is work within the parentheses, and then we will multiply the exponents. 4 times 5, 20. In this problem, we need to distribute the exponent that is outside the parentheses. There's nothing we can do within the parentheses. So that will be a to the 6th power, b to the 4th power. Let's rewrite a to the 4th power and b. Now let's add the exponents of a and let's add the exponents of b. Product rule with division. So let's work on the numerator, then we will work on the denominator. So let's add exponents of the numerator. Now whenever we have the variable on the denominator, we need to minus. So let's minus 6 minus 3 is 3. Similar example. Let's add the exponents and we subtract. 7 minus 1 will be a to the 6th power. Expressions with negative bases. So before we start, we need to remind ourselves that there is a 1 in front of x. So we will have negative 1 to the 2nd power or squared, and we will have negative 1 cubed or to the 3rd power, and negative 1 times negative 1, that's 2 times, that will be positive. Negative and negative will give positive. And the other one, we have negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1, that will give us positive, and a negative, that will be negative. So our final answer will be negative x to the 5th power. Here's another example. Our exponents are even numbers, so we know that they will be positive. Our variables will be positive, so we will have y to the 4th and we will have y squared. That will be y to the 6th power. So let's go back to this problem. As you can see, 2 is even and 3 is odd. So 2 will be a positive and 3 is odd. So that will be negative x to the cube power. So our final answer will be negative.